Alright, today I'm the Kenyan chef. I'm gonna show you how to make simple brown bread, and really, this is all you need. So let's jump into this one. I don't really need a mixing bowl. We can use the table. So this is white flour together with the brown flour. Make a little bit of a well. Put in your dry ingredients. And really, bread is very simple. You just mix everything together. All you have to do is check on the salt. Make sure you never mix the salt with the yeast. This is the yeast, and I like mine with seeds. So these are sunflower seeds plus pumpkin seeds. I love seeds. A little bit of the oil and the water. But first, let me mix this up. So I've mixed everything up. I'll make the well again, and then now I can add the water. Bit by bit, it's gonna form a dough. More of the water. That is it. Very simple ingredients, very simple recipe. You just mix everything together. This is enough to form one loaf of bread. You can always double the recipe if you want to make more bread. But make sure you have more than one bread tin. So you can see that the dough is kind of dry. That means it needs a little bit more water. Not too much water because you don't want to keep adding flour into this. So gradually just add a little bit of water until it's all soft. And sort of stretching. So you can see the motion that I'm using. Pushing forward and pushing it back in. And don't worry if it's sticky. You just need to knead it. It's going to stop sticking. It's going to come together and get sort of a good elastic non-stick dough. So don't add flour when it's kind of sticky like this. You just have to knead it. All you have to do is make sure that your dough is not tough at this stage. It should be really soft and malleable, because it's gonna stop sticking, it's gonna come together, it's gonna unstick from your hands like this. It's gonna start pulling itself together. If you add flour, it's gonna be too tough, nothing's gonna rise, and you're going to mess up the recipe because you've used up more flour than you need. Meanwhile, take your bread tin, butter, make sure you grease it very well, like super well. because you don't want your bread to be stuck anywhere around it. After 15 minutes, you can come back to your dough, push all the air back, you can already smell the yeast is starting to work. So what you need to form is a really tight ball. Take one side, put it on this side, the other side, put it on there. Then you take the front and form a sort of an oval shape. So what you need is a really tight ball, a really tight oval shaped ball. That's what you're doing. Something like that is perfect. Make sure the seam side is down. This side with the line, you place it down on your very well greased pan. And that is simply it. All you have to do now is wait for this to proof up all the way to the top. Now you should cover your tin. Make sure you don't form a skin on your bread. And now it's just a waiting game. You just have to wait for this to proof all the way up. And so while that is proofing, make sure your oven is preheated at around 200, because you need a high temperature for baking bread. Once everything is all proofing up, all you have to do is stick it in the oven. Be careful not to smash this or anything, because it's obviously gonna go back down. Once everything is all proofing up, you can take some milk and carefully brush it on top. This is gonna help it brown. And that is simply it. Now you can stick it in the oven and boom, looks and smells spectacular. There you go, your nice well-baked brown bread made at home. Very simple. What you have to do now is just take it out the pan. So you might ask yourself, how do you know it's ready before you cut it? It's gonna sound hollow. You just need to tap it, and once it sounds hollow, you know it's ready. Beautiful made bread at home, and it's that simple. So all you have to do is make sure that it's on a cooling rack, somewhere where it's not going to touch the ground, or else you're going to find it very soggy on the bottom. So somewhere cool. So we let this cool and we're gonna cut it later. Alright people, once your bread is all nice and cool, you can now cut it. Let's just cut into this bread. That's how it's looking. Nice and airy, full of seeds. Beautiful cut of bread. That's a nice loaf of bread. And it's always exciting to have fresh baked bread. They always taste different, like really good. And really guys, that's it for this episode. Give it a thumbs up, give it a try. I really don't mind if you send your photos on my social media links below, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Thanks for watching.